Hey guys, welcome to Gavin Gaming TV. Today, as you can see, we are in the beta for Star Wars Battlefront. First impressions, very good. The actual sound effects, the visuals, all very Star Wars. You definitely feel like you're in Star Wars whenever you're playing this. This video is just scrubbing through different bits of gameplay here, different modes and whatnot. There's not a lot in the beta. There is a good couple of there's two multiplayer ones, which is, as you see here, Hoth, and then you have one of the other planets on there, which is like a 16x16, which is like an objective sort of based one, where a drop pod comes down, you go and secure it, which isn't bad. Coming from a Battlefield background, it takes a couple of games to get used to how this plays. You know, this is definitely it's a bit more arcadey, I suppose you'd call the shooting in this. It's not as accurate or anything like that as Battlefield or like that, but it's fun. It's definitely fun. Still a few little issues with netcode and stuff like that, you know, rounds not going where your cursor is and things like that, so you'll be shooting a guy and he'll kill you, and it's like you've had your cursor over his head for God knows how long and he just manages to kill you first. But to be honest, whether you're winning or you're losing, it's actually really fun. I'd love to see what some of the other maps are going to be like. You've just seen me pick up one of the special power-ups here, and that transitions me into one of the ATATs, which is actually really fun to play with. I only got a quick blast in it in this. As you see, you get a timer which gives you a minute in it, but the round ends, I think, before that kicks out. But it is fun, I've got to say. The one thing I don't like about it at the minute is the flying of the craft in this. I had a quick go on the TIE fighters before, and I can't remember if I have footage in this video, but at the minute you can't reverse your controllers, so flying with a mouse is a pain in the backside unless you crank up the sensitivity quite a bit. The controller would be better, but on the controller you press up for up, down for down, you know, on the stick to fly. Now if you're like me and you're a flight simmer or anything like that, you know, you're used to flying with proper joysticks or anything like that, you're not used to controls that way around. So I'm hoping you're going to be able to reverse you know, the pitch and whatnot on the ships in the future, I hope. But you see, this map is pretty big. It's 20v20. You play both sides, just random whatever you get on. The things I don't like about it, for a start, is your health bar at the bottom is massive. It's not bad because it does fade out after a while, but it could do with being a bit smaller. The cards that are on the right hand side there, you know, for your grenades and that, are a little large. They could do with being a lot smaller as well, either little cards at the bottom of the screen, or you know, maybe they fade out after a while or something, but they are massive and do take up way too much of the screen. But the rest of the layout's not too bad. You know, your positions and stuff at the top isn't too bad. The radar on the left is pretty good, works well. The crosshairs is good. For the FPS multiplayer part of this, I've been playing in the third person view, because you do get a bit more situational awareness on it, and it's pretty good, and it looks pretty cool as well. You get to see yourself running around. But when I'm doing the single player part of it, which is like the missions and whatnot, which I think I've got at the end of this video, I'm playing them in first person mode just to get that feel of, you know, actually being in the Star Wars universe. But as you can hear from the sound effects and that, it is amazing. You can see the wee puffs of smoke and stuff come up and the sparks and everything, just like you're watching a Star Wars movie, and it is, I've got to say, it's one of the best Star Wars games I've played in a long time. Later on, I don't know if it's in this bit because I've just chopped together a lot of video here. You'll see some of the heroes in play. Darth Vader comes and kicks the crap out of a lot of us later on. I actually saw Luke once or twice, which wasn't too bad. Haven't got to play him yet, but hopefully I will in the future. I'm going to be trying to get a good bit of play out of this over the beta weekend. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a couple of full rounds that aren't chopped and shredded like this video. So keep an eye out on my channel for that. Just do full rounds, no commentary, just so you can hear the sound effects and get the feel of what it's actually like. Issues wise for the beta, not really had many. I've had a few crashes, but only one or two, which is pretty good actually. You'll see, I think at the minute on the screen should be the other mode that's on, which is the, I call it the capture the flag sort of thing really. You know, a pod comes down, you've got to go and secure it and then hold it for a certain amount of time, which isn't bad, it's fairly fun. Some of the spawn points are a bit dumb on some of these maps. I've spawned a few times right in front of like 7 or 8 bad guys. This one I think's a 16 on 16 I think. But don't quote me on that one, might be a little less. I would actually like to see bigger maps, to be fair. Probably never going to be Battlefield size, where, you know, 64 by 64, but I'd love to see maybe a 30v30, which would be cool, because a 20v20 is pretty fun at the minute, but a 30v30 would be awesome. If you are a Star Wars enthusiast, then I definitely highly recommend this game. You will feel like you're in the universe. The sounds, the voiceovers, everything is exactly where you want it. The scenery and the graphics are amazing. I mean, look at that scenery, the stuff that's going on above you. You'll see on the Hoth one, you look up and there's a full frigging war going on above you. So it really does propel you into the stories. As I say, I can't wait to see what the other maps are going to be like. Hopefully it'll be as fun as this. You can't customise your characters yet, but you can pick through your weapons. Excuse me. You can't switch during the match as far as I can see, because I tried swapping my grenades out on one of them and it didn't work. But you can see little power-ups knocking about here and there, and they'll give you certain things, which is cool. Maps are pretty well laid out, some good cover and firing, but it is definitely more of an arcade game where you run in, you shoot like mad and kick some butt, which is cool. But the look and the feel of it is perfect, and you can get blindsided like I did there. But yeah, this is a quick look at it, guys, and my views on it so far. Definitely loads of fun. I'm going to get more play over it this weekend, and maybe do a bit more of an in-depth review video. But so far, it is definitely worth the money. I had the deluxe edition. I can't use any of the stuff in it at the minute, but it should be really, really cool. But you know, the box standard edition will do nicely. The matchmaking in the servers seem pretty solid. I've had no server dropouts yet, and you get chucked in a match pretty quick, and they're all pretty much full. I think maybe 1 or 2 of these matches were a little quiet. Well, not quiet, but you know, slightly uneven. But only by 1 or 2 characters, and they'll soon get pretty full. So I'm quite liking the non-server browser, as long as they can get your friends together quite easily. That's the one thing that I need to test yet, is if your friends can get together. But a couple of my friends that are playing it are actually on Xbox, whereas this is PC. So that's the only thing they need to make sure they can get right, is that you and your friends are in there playing as well. Some of the weapons are a little overpowered, like that sniper rifle one. At the minute, Hoth is a little one-sided. The Imperials are always winning, but I will just put that up to its new players. They don't know what they're doing, they're not organising themselves, so that's what I'll give that to at the minute. But I think as soon as people start playing it and they get to know how to do it and how to do things and what to do, it's going to be really, really fun. And I think, to be honest, this is the only game I'll actually have the music running in, because it's awesome. You know, you've got the music in the movies, so you have to have it in the game, haven't you? But yeah, definitely great fun, guys, and keep an eye out for more videos. I'll try and get some up over this weekend of some rounds, maybe some commentary over some of them, maybe not. But thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I shall see you around.